A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody, and welcome to today's lesson. I hope that everybody has their head covers appropriately in wudu, and please make sure you have your correct ID, else you may. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I think we have a slight technical issue. But it seems to be okay now. Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you are all well and you have your heads appropriately covered and you are all in wudu. Please make sure that you have your correct IDs, else you will find yourself back in the waiting room. So please make sure you all have your correct IDs. Otherwise, the discipline in charge will send you back to the waiting room. Quick reminder that we're having a mother-teacher consultation this afternoon at 6:30, inshallah, until 7 o'clock. So if your mothers are available, it would be lovely to hear their feedback on the class so far, and anything that they wish to contribute would be very much appreciated. Another quick reminder before we start today's class. Not a reminder, we're going to just a new announcement that next week, inshallah, we are having our final session, concluding session, which will be Friday, the 11th of December, inshallah. And the students, G1 students, are invited to submit recordings by Sunday, the 6th of December at 9 p.m. So that's this Sunday at 9 p.m. So you can be considered for the following activities. So again, like we had before, we will be having a tilawat, and we would like you to send in recordings of Surah Al-Fatiha or Surah Al-Ikhlas. Okay, full recording, please. Also, we will be having a hadith. So if you could please send in the translation of Al-Fatiha or Surah Al-Ikhlas, then we can decide whether or not you'll be appropriate for hadith. Again, if you want to read from the Malfuzat, again, a translation of Surah Al-Fatiha or Surah Al-Ikhlas. And if you would like to be considered for the Nazm, please, the Quran subset Acha, first 8 couplets, and you will need to send the recording of that. You can submit your recordings to the email address ukquran@gmail.com, else on WhatsApp at 07588182929. Okay, and please make sure you have your student ID written in the subject box or written in the message, and so that, and the activity you are doing. So if you want to do tilawat, please write tilawat. If it's for hadith, please write hadith. If it's for malfuzat, write malfuzat. And if it's the nazm, please write nazm along with your student ID, because then it becomes easier for the teachers to recognize what we are looking at the recording for. Okay, Jazakumullah, thank you so much. So before we continue, in today's class, what we will be covering is Miscellaneous Rules Part 9, which is blank alif, which is a new lesson we'll be starting today. After that, we will have our mother-teacher consultation meeting, inshallah. Okay, so without any further ado, if we can start with our first student and our opening prayer.
Okay, I will call G1086.
Assalamu alaikum, G1086.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. So we're going to start with the prayer. We're going to start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then we will recite the prayer. Okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Good. Rabbi allimni ma huwa khairun indak. Okay, we're going to try and read the whole thing together now. Okay. Rabbi allimni ma huwa khairun indak.
Rabbi
Good. Allimni
علمني ما هو من
خير
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 عندك.
عندك.
Very good effort. Do you want to try the translation for me?
Yes. Oh my Lord, teach me what is best of me in your knowledge.
Ameen. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much. That was lovely recitation. Allah Hafiz.
Love it.
Okay, excellent. So in today's lesson, as I said, we are looking at blank alif. Now, throughout, whenever we have been reading, sometimes you will have noticed that we come across a blank alif, an alif without a stroke. Okay, so some Quranic words do start with a blank alif. That means an unvoweled letter. For example, here you have a blank alif. Okay, and there are certain rules that tell us what stroke we need to put on this blank alif, and that's what we will be covering today. Okay, so first section is this one here that we'll be looking at, and it says a blank alif will always take a fatha, the stroke of fatha, if the next letter is lam sakin or lam mushaddad. So if you look here carefully, in all of these examples in these two columns here, you can see there's an alif and a lam. The alif is blank. Again, alif and a lam, the alif is blank. Right, over here, alif and a lam, the alif is blank. Alif and a lam, the alif is blank. In all of these situations, whenever you have an alif with a lam together, you will always say the alif with the stroke of fatha. Remember, this is the stroke of fatha here, this slanted line. Okay, so in this first example here, we have a blank alif. The next letter is lam. So we will say this alif with fatha, and we will join it to the ra, because the ra has a shadda on it, ra mushaddad. So it would be arra, arra. Okay, so if we have a student on the mic, and then we can follow this through with a student, please.
Okay. I'm going to invite G1106.
G1106. Assalamu alaikum. G1106, can you hear me? Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah, that's good. So if you start with Dawood and Tasmiya, and then we can read through these words together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
A'udhu billah, a'udhu billah.
Billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Excellent, good. So here, like I said, we're going to start with an alif here, and we're going to put a fatha on this alif. So we will pronounce this ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahman.
Excellent, well done. As you can see underneath, it's been given exactly how this should be pronounced. So even though we don't see the fatha there, we know because the next letter is a lam that there is a fatha on the alif. So let's recite it once more. Ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Very good, excellent. Why am I elongating this for 2 seconds?
Because there's a vertical fatha on it.
Brilliant, excellent, well done, good. Okay, next one. Again, we have a blank alif, but it's got it written underneath. We need to put a fatha on the alif because the next letter is a lam. So we will pronounce this al-Maliku.
Al-Maliku.
Very good. So even though in this top one we can't see the fatha there, we know it's a fatha because the next letter is a lam. Al-Maliku.
Al-Maliku.
Beautiful, very good, excellent, well done. Let's move on to this one here. Now, again, we've got a blank alif, the next letter is a lam. So what stroke are we going to put on the alif?
A kasra.
Can you remember the name of this stroke? Fatha.
Fatha.
Fatha, excellent, good. So in this one, we will pronounce it. This is how it's pronounced. This is how it's written in the Holy Quran. Okay, we will pronounce it Alladhi.
Alladhi.
Good, well done. Again, we know that there's a fatha because the next letter is a lam. Alladhi. Very good, excellent, well done. Now, again, we have a blank alif. The next letter is lam. There's no stroke on it, but there is a shadda on the scene there. So we're not going to pronounce the lam, but there's definitely a fatha on the top here because this lam is here. We can see the lam. So we will pronounce this word, as-salamu.
As-salamu.
Very good. And once more, as-salamu.
As-salamu.
Very good. Excellent. Very, very nice recitation. Jazakumullah, G1106. Well done. Okay. So for everybody, we have seen that if you have a blank alif and the next letter is lam, whether it's a lam with a sukoon or whether it's a lam with mushaddad lam, you will put a fatha on the alif and you'll pronounce the alif as though there is a fatha there, even if you can't see it. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Let's go over here now. We're coming to this last section. Okay, if the very first mutaharik vowed letter of such a word bears a dhamma, the blank alif will take a dhamma. So when we talk about mutaharik letter, we're talking about the first vowed stroked letter. So not the letter with the sukoon on the top, okay, not the letter with the sukoon, but the letter with a vowel, a stroke. Okay, so if the letter with a stroke could be the second letter, could be the third letter, if it has a dhamma on the top, the alif will also be pronounced with a dhamma. Okay, so if we can have another student on the mic, please.
Okay, G1048, G1048.
G1048. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. If you start with Tawuz and Tasmiya, and then we'll move on with the words. Excellent. So as you can see, we have a blank alif at the beginning. Okay. The second letter has a sukoon on it. Okay, so that's not a vowel, but the third letter has a dhamma on it. So what stroke will we put on this blank alif?
A dhamma.
Excellent, good. So it's written here, this is how it would be written in the Holy Quran, but this is how we are going to pronounce it. Again, something's going on with the highlighter today. There we go. So we will pronounce this, uqtulu.
Uqtulu.
Good. Uqtulu.
Uqtulu.
Good. Why are we pronouncing that last sound for 2 seconds?
Because it has a waw mud.
Good. Excellent. Well done. So even though we can't see the dhamma, we know that this whole word is going to be pronounced uqtulu.
Uqtulu.
Very good. Excellent. Next word. Again, there's no stroke on top of this. What stroke are we going to put on top of this alif here, this blank alif?
A dhamma.
A dhamma. Excellent. Because the third letter here, the lam, has a dhamma on the top. So we will pronounce this like this. Utlu.
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 Okay, so we don't want to jerk on the ta. It's very soft. Utlu.
Utlu.
Make sure you don't jerk there. Ut. Say ut.
Ut.
Lu.
Lu.
Utlu.
Utlu.
Ut.
Ut.
Lu.
Lu.
Good. Now, the first one, you may have noticed I was jerking, and we will go over that rule. There's a rule, which is why I said uq. There's a rule which we haven't gone over yet, so don't worry about that. But unless there is a rule, then you have to say the letter quite short. You have to keep it as very, very simple letter. Utlu.
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 Okay, so not uttalu, it's just ut. You hold the sound. Ut.
Ut.
Lu.
Lu.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Let's move on to this next one. So again, we have a blank alif. This third letter, the Jim, has a dhamma on the top. So what stroke will we put on the alif here?
A dhamma.
Excellent, well done. So we will pronounce this like this. Usjudu.
Usjudu.
Very good. So in the Quran Majid, when you're looking at the Quran Majid, it will be written like this. There's no stroke, okay? But you know that you put a dhamma there because of this dhamma, which is on the Jim here. Usjudu.
Usjudu.
Very good, excellent. Next one here. Again, blank alif. Third letter has a dhamma. So how will we pronounce this?
A dhamma.
Excellent. Read like this. Udhkuru.
Uzkuru.
Udhkuru.
Uzkuru.
What letter is this?
Azal.
Dhal. Dhal. So your tongue has to touch your front top teeth. Say the.
The.
Good. Dhal.
Zal.
Good. So when you pronounce it, you have to say udh. Udhkuru.
Uzkuru.
Very good. So we don't want to have a z. There's no buzzing sound there. Okay, it's more like a th sound. Udhkuru.
Uzkuru.
Udhkuru.
Uzkuru.
Good. Practice that dhal sound. It's not a zal, it's a dhal. Okay, so your teeth should touch your tongue when you say that letter. Okay, well done. Excellent. Very, very good recitation. Really good effort. Well done, G1048. Jazakumullah.
Zakla.
Allah
Excuse me,
Hafiz.
can my little sis have a turn?
What's her number?
Yes, her number is G1047.
G1047. Is that okay with Discipline in Charge? Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Excellent. So just hold on a sec. I'm just going to explain this for the rest of the class and then we'll carry on with the next words. Okay. So we've gone through two rules. If there's a blank alif and the next letter is a lam, you put a fatha on top of the blank alif. You pronounce it with a fatha. Okay. Second rule. If there is a blank alif and the next mutaharik letter, that means the next letter with a stroke, and that stroke is a dhamma, then the alif will also take a dhamma. Okay? Now, this is the third rule. If the second or third letter of the word begins with, has a fatha or a kasra, then the blank alif will take the stroke of kasra. Okay, so second or third letter, if it has a fatha or a kasra, the blank alif will take a kasra. Okay, so in this first example here, we have 1047. If you start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then we'll begin with this example here. Excellent, well done. So we can see we have a blank alif. The third letter is a lam with a fatha on the top. So what stroke will we put on this alif?
A kasra.
Excellent. So we will pronounce it like this. It will be i'lamu. I'lamu.
Alamu.
Good, well done. So you know that because the first letter is blank, well, the first letter is blank, but the third letter has a stroke, which is a fatha. So this has a kasra. Okay, next one over here. Again, the second letter here now, this one, we didn't count this second letter because it had a sukun on top. That's not a vowel. So in this case, the second letter has a fatha. Okay, so what stroke will we put on this alif?
Kasra.
Excellent, a kasra again. So it would be ittaku.
Ittaku.
Very nice, excellent. Say it once more. Ittaku.
Ittaku.
Very good, well done. Next one here. Now again, the first stroked letter is this jim. The ra doesn't count because it's got the sukun. So that's not a voweled letter. The jim has a kasra. So what stroke will we put on the alif?
A kasra.
Excellent. Irji'i.
Irji'i.
Good. It's the ayn sound. Yeah. And you have to elongate that for 2 seconds because of the ya. Irji'i.
Irji'i.
Once more.
Irji'i.
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 Okay, good. Next one. Blank alif. The first stroked letter has a kasra. The ha doesn't count because it's got a sukoon on the top, so it's not a vowel. Has a kasra on the ba. So what stroke will the alif have?
Kasra.
Excellent. We'll pronounce this ihbitu.
Bitu.
Ihbitu.
Bitu.
Good. Why am I pronouncing this for 2 seconds? At the end? Yeah, there's a waw with a sukoon. The letter before has a dhamma, so this is a waw mud. Okay, waw mud. So we have to elongate this sound for 2 seconds. Okay, ihbitu.
Bitu.
Very good. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help, G1 047. Assalamu alaikum.
There is
Okay.
some children turning on their videos, so please, if they can turn off, please.
Yep. Can make sure, please, everybody has their videos off. Disciplinary charge gets distracted. The teacher gets distracted. The students get distracted. So please keep videos off. Jazakumullah. Okay. If we could have another student, please.
I'm going to call G1091.
G1091. Assalamu alaikum. G10. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent. There's a few things to remember, but once you get the hang of it, inshallah, you'll be absolutely fine. So, if we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah, and we're going to work through this top line.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Right, so we're going to start from here. Now, we've got a blank alif. The first letter is a lam. So what stroke will the alif take? Every time you have a blank alif and the next letter is a lam, what
Fatha.
stroke? Fatha. Well done. Excellent. So we will pronounce this Ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Good. Make sure you say this ha, the ha there, okay? Ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
No. Well done. Once more. Ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Good. So make sure whenever you're pronouncing letters, we don't want to rush through. We should hear every single sound, okay? So make sure when you're reciting these that we pronounce the ha sound. It's very easy for us to lose that sound, okay? Good. Well done. Now, next one here. Again, we have a blank alif. The first letter is a lam. So what stroke will we have on this alif?
Fatha.
Excellent. Good. So we will pronounce this Al-Maliku.
Al-Lam.
Al-Maliku.
Al-Maliku.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Now, moving on to our next rule. The first letter has a sukoon, so that's not counted. The first stroked letter has a fatha on it. So what stroke will go on the alif here, the blank alif? The first stroked letter has a fatha, so what stroke will go on the alif?
Dhamma. Kasra.
Kasra, well done. Excellent. I'lamu.
I'lamu.
Good. I'lamu.
I'lamu.
Good. Excellent effort. Really have to work on this ayn sound, okay? Well done. Very good effort. Now, again, the first letter, the first stroked letter has a fatha on it. So what stroke will we put on the alif?
Kasra.
Excellent, good, kasra. So this will be ittaqu.
Ittaku.
Good. Ittaqu.
Ittaku.
Very good. Make sure you elongate that for 2 seconds, okay? 2 seconds. Ittaqu.
Ittaku.
Very good. Well done. Much better. Because we have a waw madda here. So we need to make sure that that sound is elongated for 2 seconds, stretched to 2 seconds. Okay, good. Well done. Very nice. Now, let's move on. Last group. Remember we said if there is a dhamma, then what stroke will the alif take? If the
Dhamma.
first, excellent, well done. So we would pronounce this uqtulu,
Uktulu.
uqtulu.
Tulu.
Very good, excellent. Again, if the first stroke letter has a dhamma, the alif will take a,
Dhamma.
excellent. So this will be utlu.
Utlu.
Very nice. Utlu.
Utlu.
Very good. Jazakumullah G1091. Really good recitation. Keep working on that ayn sound, okay? Keep working on that joining to ayn. It's quite difficult, but it has to come from your throat. Okay? Well done. Excellent. Good.
Zakla.
Allah Hafiz. If we could have another student, please.
Next one is going to be G1007.
Assalamu alaikum G1007. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. If we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Lovely. Okay, excellent. So we're going to start with this word here. Now, we can see that there is a blank alif. The next letter is a lam. So what stroke are we going to put on the alif here?
Fatah.
Excellent. So we will pronounce this alladhi.
Alladhi.
Good. 2 seconds because this is a yamad. Alladhi.
Alladhi.
2 seconds. The. Good. Much better. Alladhi.
Alladhi.
Much better. Excellent. Good. Now, next one.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can I read this one by myself?
This one, yeah. First, let's go through though. So we've got an alif here. We've got a blank alif. The next letter is a lam. What stroke are we going to put on the alif?
Fatah again.
Excellent. Off you go. Have a go by yourself because you've read it all once. Go on.
As-salamu.
Very nice. Excellent. Let's try it with a little bit more flow. Once more.
As-salamu.
Assalamu.
As-salamu.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Good. Now, I'm happy for you to read it by yourself, but we're just going to go through which stroke we need. So the first letter has a sukoon, so we're not counting that. The next letter with a stroke is a jim with a kasra. So what stroke are we going to put on this blank alif?
Kasra.
Excellent. Would you like to have a go reading by yourself?
Irji.
Once more.
Irji.
Irji'i.
Irji.
Good, very good. You have to make sure that we have all the sounds separately. That was really good. Well done. Excellent. Let's move on to this one. Again, we're not counting the ha with a sukoon, but the ba has a kasra. So what stroke is going to be on the alif?
Kasra.
Excellent. Off you go.
Ihbitu.
Very good. Once more with a bit more flow.
Ihbitu.
Very good. Ihbitu. Very nice. Now, next one. Let's move on. We've got our first letter is a blank alif. The first letter with a stroke is a dhamma. What stroke are we putting on the alif?
Dhamma.
Excellent. You want to have a go?
Usjudu.
Very nice. Usjudu. Very good. And over here, last one. Again, we have the first stroked letter has a dhamma. What stroke are we putting on the alif?
Dama.
Excellent. You want to have a go?
Uskuru.
Udhkuru.
Uskuru.
Good. Well done. Excellent. Make sure that that's a th sound, not a z sound. Okay. Udhkuru.
Uskuru.
Very nice. Excellent work, G1007. Really, really nice recitation. Well done. Jazakumullah to all the students. Well done. Excellent, excellent recitation today. Again, another new rule, but don't worry, you'll be going over it again. Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz. I am just going to quickly go over your homework because then we have our mother parent teacher meeting. So quickly we're going to go over the homework and I will go over it again at the end of the lesson. But so all students know, I would like you today to practice this exercise, page 93, exercise 22.10. Remember, if the word starts with an alif lam, the alif will carry a fatha. If the first mutaharrik letter, the first letter with a stroke carries a dhamma, the alif will also carry a dhamma. And for anything else, the alif will carry a kasra. Okay? So I'm going over the homework again at the end, but that's the end of our teaching for the moment because we are going to now move on to our parent or our mother parent-teacher conference. Okay, Jazakumullah to all the students for your participation. I'd now welcome please the mothers to please, if they could raise their hands, if they would like to give us some feedback on any of the topics which are written here, the duration of the course, the pace, the content, ideas for future courses, the availability of resources, recordings, communication, the student interest or anything else. We would really, really appreciate your feedback. We are a team and we are always trying to learn and we're always trying to improve our courses and improve our teaching. So when we can get feedback from our parents or from our mothers who are with the children, going through the course with them, which is such a, such a vital role, it really helps us to improve for future courses, for future courses of this level, for future courses of higher levels. So we really, really do appreciate your feedback. And over the years, we have taken on as much feedback as we possibly can and tried to change and up our ante as well, up the way that we are delivering, because we are learning at the same time as teaching. So we really do appreciate all of the feedback that all of you could give. So we'd really like it if you could please raise your hands and we would choose people to please feedback to us. Let us know how we can do better. Let us know what you are liking, because it's so helpful, and I will feedback all this information to our in charge as well, inshallah ta'ala. So if we have any parents that would like to make any comments, if we could unmute their mics and then they can share with us what they would like to say.
Would you like me to call them?
Yes, please. Jazakumullah.
I will call G1078.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Is your parent there? Is your mother there? G1078. Is mother?
She's kind of like in the kitchen right now.
Okay, so this actual meeting is just for the mothers or for the parents to contribute. So if we could it's just for the parents to contribute. If the children want to contribute, they can tell their parents and their parents can tell us, but this session is particularly for them. Okay? Jazakumullah. So if we have somebody else.
I'll call G1092.
Assalamu alaikum.
G1092.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you have a parent there?
Well, yes, but she's sleeping.
Okay, we only want to speak to the parents at the moment. So could everyone please lower their hands unless it is a parent that wants to speak? Jazakumullah. Okay, if we can choose someone else.
G1126.
G1126.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Finally, you got something.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah for everything, and you are doing very good job.
Jazakumullah, Jazakumullah, alhamdulillah.
recently Farhan just finished his Holy Quran
Alhamdulillah.
round as well. So we are very lucky that as soon as he finished his first finished Holy Quran, and then he found this class, so it's really enhanced his talaffuz and everything.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. So he's not complete beginner then. Alhamdulillah, he's already read.
Try करता है ये confident होने की.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल. It takes time, and the more we practice, the better we become. Even as adults, the more we practice, the better we become. So that's really good. Alhamdulillah.
जो हमने last few lessons किए, जो जैसे आज वाला lesson था, या ये जो हम last week में हमने few जो lessons किए, वो थोड़ा सा इसके लिए struggling थे. मेरा ख्याल कि इसको कोई इतनी खास समझ आई है. इसको पता है कि कैसे पढ़ना है, लेकिन it doesn't get very well कि हाँ जी ये क्या चीज है और किस तरह से इसको करना है. तो बस मैंने ये सोचा कि यही मेरा ख्याल था कि जब अगर प्रैक्टिस करता रहेगा जिस तरह हम पढ़ाते रहते हैं तो उसके बाद ये इंशाल्लाह ताला ठीक हो जाएगा. लेकिन जज़ाकल्लाह, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
नहीं, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, बस हम तो यही कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जितना भी हम बच्चों को कॉन्फिडेंस दे, पेरेंट्स को कॉन्फिडेंस दे, इसलिए हम थोड़ा बहुत माइक पे भी लेके आते हैं बच्चों को कि थोड़ा सा उनको कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड हो लोगों को पढ़ाने की.
तो मस्ट अप्रिशिएट योर टीम के इवन दो कि आपको बहुत स्ट्रगलिंग करनी पड़ती है बच्चों के साथ उनको हैंडल करने में, और वीडियोस ऑन हो रही होती हैं, लेकिन
ये चीजें तो पे होते हैं. हाँ जी. नहीं, लेकिन देखो हम एंजॉय भी तो करते हैं, बच्चों के सुनते हैं कि जब वो इम्प्रूव करते हैं. तो आप कह रहे हैं कि लास्ट फ्यू लेसन्स ही स्ट्रगल्ड विद. इज दैट सिंस वी स्टार्टेड द कुरान टीचिंग ही स्ट्रगल्ड अ लिटिल बिट?
नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि ये जब ये कुरान करीम पढ़ रहा था तब भी इन फ्यू लेसन्स में इसने स्ट्रगलिंग की थी. इसको समझ नहीं आती थी कि ये क्यों इस तरह हम पढ़ रहे हैं.
अच्छा.
तो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जो आज हमने जैसे अस्सलामु पढ़ा है कि इसको इतना समझ नहीं आता था कि हमने अलिफ के ऊपर जबर या पेश क्यों डाली है.
ठीक है, समझ आ गया.
वो मुझे लगता है कि शायद थोड़ा सा एज फैक्टर भी है कि अभी बिल्कुल 6 साल का है, तो
हाँ जी,
इतना उसको नहीं समझ कि शायद थोड़ा सा बड़ा हो तो उसको ज्यादा इसकी क्लैरिफाई.
हाँ, वो प्रैक्टिस के साथ ज्यादा क्लैरिफिकेशन हो जाती है. ऑल्सो ये तो ग्रामर के रूल्स होते हैं, ये तो अरबी के रूल्स होते हैं, तो फिर ये इंग्लिश में भी बच्चों को टाइम लगता है ग्रामर को अंडरस्टैंड करने का. साइलेंट लेटर्स क्या होते हैं, ये क्यों साइलेंट लेटर होता है, इंग्लिश में भी कभी कभी W साइलेंट होता है राइटिंग में या कुछ इस तरह. तो ये ग्रामर के इश्यूज होते हैं. तो हाँ जी, ठीक है, इंशाल्लाह वो जितना प्रैक्टिस करेगा इंशाल्लाह he will improve.
थैंक्स गिफ्ट भिजवाना चाहते थे आपको और आपकी टीम को.
तो नहीं, जज़ाकल्लाह, इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है. हम तो अल्लाह ताला को खुश करने के लिए ये सारा कुछ करते हैं, जमात की खिदमत के लिए. तो लेकिन कोई भी और बात हो तो प्लीज आप कुरान क्लास UK पे जीमेल करते हैं या पेरेंट्स के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भी आप मैसेज दे सकते हैं. बट आई रियली अप्रिशिएट your feedback here, that you know some of the things that he's struggling with, and the fact that his confidence is getting better, which is what we want, and that's our aim.
Confidence तो बहुत इसका improve हुआ है. और अब तो लास्ट क्लासेस में ये होना शुरू हो गया था कि समटाइम मैं अगर जल्दी में भूल जाती थी क्योंकि 3-4 क्लासेस बच्चों की हो रही होती थी, तो जब अगर मैं 5-10 मिनट ऊपर हो जाती थी ये खुद ही लैपटॉप लेके बैठ जाता है.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह,
क्लास का टाइम है, तो he is really enjoying.
Alhamdulillah, jazakumullah, thank you so much for your
क्लास करेंगे कोई कि नहीं कि ये
जी. Then we will be starting a G2 class as well, and our in charge will also give you information about that class as well, inshallah.
Jazakallah, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Jazakumullah, thank you for your feedback. Allah Hafiz. Jazakallah. Okay, if we could have another parent, please.
Yes, I will invite G1003.
G1003.
I can't unmute this.
Okay, should we try somebody else?
Yeah. G1018.
G1018. Assalamu alaikum. G1018. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Do you have a parent there?
Yes.
Do they want to comment?
Okay.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you have a parent that wants to make a comment?
Yes.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, we need to speak to the parents in today's session.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Ji, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted the parent mother feedback today, please, of anything that you think we can do better, anything which you think has worked well with the children, so that we can help to improve our course, inshallah, for the future.
No, mashallah, you are doing very well and they are learning very good.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. तो
Alhamdulillah.
अगर कोई भी आपके कोई भी फीडबैक है जो आप चाहते हैं कि अगले कोर्सेज में हम कुछ करें, किसी तरीके से करें, कोई आपको
नहीं, जज़ाकल्लाह,
okay.
you are already doing very well.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your feedback. Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay. If we have any other parents.
I will call G1030.
Assalamu alaikum. G1030. Assalamu alaikum.
I can't unmute this number, so I'll
Okay.
go for G1012.
G1012. Assalamu alaikum. G1012.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you have a parent that wants to make a comment?
Yes.
अस्सलाम
Okay.
वालेकुम।
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम ठीक हैं, आप कैसे हैं?
शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक। जी बताएं प्लीज।
मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ अपने बेटे की क्लास की वजह से, और वो एक्चुअली इसकी थोड़ी सी अंडरस्टैंडिंग पुअर थी, तो हमें था कि पता नहीं ये क्लास ले सकेगा कि नहीं ले सकेगा, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है। लेकिन कल थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हुआ था, लेकिन ये है कि जैसे एक वर्ड आप कहते हैं इसको पढ़ने के लिए, तो अगर 4 से 5 वर्ड इकट्ठे आ जाते हैं तो फिर इसको इसमें अभी तक रवानगी नहीं आई। ये इसका पहले भी प्रॉब्लम था, इसने पहला स्पारा खत्म किया था जब इसने क्लास स्टार्ट की थी, लेकिन फिर भी जो हम नहीं कर पा रहे थे ना, उसने काफी ज्यादा अचीव किया है। इतने शौक से वो सुनता है, और बाज़ दफा ऐसे हो जाता है कि किसी बच्चे से थोड़ा सा वो उनका सबक सुनाते हुए वो थोड़ा जैसे ये खुद करता है, वही बच्चे करते हैं, रवानगी नहीं होती, तो उनकी गलती दुरुस्त कर रहा होता है। तो मेरे लिए ये चीज इसलिए अच्छी है कि वो फोकस कर रहा है, इसलिए इसको पता है कि बच्चे ने कहाँ गलती की है, कहाँ नहीं की।
This is
तो
very
मैं तो बहुत खुश हूँ
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह,
और ये बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है। थोड़ा सा हमारा भी टाइम नहीं हम दे सके इसको न्यू बॉर्न की वजह से, तो इंशाल्लाह अब हम कोशिश करेंगे कि आगे जो क्लासेस आ रही हैं इसमें ये ज्यादा बेहतर कारकर्दगी दिखा सके।
जज़ाकुमुल्लाह।
आप लोगों का बहुत शुक्रिया। आप
नहीं, जज़ाकुमुल्लाह आपका
कोई भी किसी भी तरह का प्रॉब्लम होता है तो व्हाट्सएप पे मैंने अक्सर राब्ता किया है। तो जज़ाकल्लाह आपका बहुत शुक्रिया। मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम था क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे और हमारी फैमिली नहीं थी, हम अकेले रहते थे यहाँ पे।
जी
जज़ाकल्लाह।
नहीं, जज़ाकुमुल्लाह आपका फीडबैक का this makes all the difference to us when
मैं सारी बात कर गई हूँ और मुझे नहीं पता कि उनको मेरी आवाज गई है कि नहीं।
जी आपकी आवाज आ रही है, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? जी आपकी आवाज आ रही है। Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your comment. It makes such a difference when the parents can see the child, the student developing, and if students, and this is why we say that students should listen to everybody else's recitation, because if they can correct the mistake that other students are making, that improves their talaffuz, it improves their recitation. So that was a lovely comment. Jazakumullah, thank you so much, mother of G1012. That's very, very helpful. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
I will invite next one, G1078.
G1078. Assalamu alaikum, G1078.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is your mother there?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, आप कैसे?
शुक्र अल्लाह का, बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक। जी प्लीज आप कमेंट बताएं।
हाँ जी जी मैंने पूछना था शुक्र आपका वैसे बहुत मतलब मैंने जज़ाकल्लाह कि आप लोगों ने इतना अच्छा पढ़ाया तो नॉर्मली ये पढ़ने लग गई अब कायदा
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, that's excellent.
लेकिन मुझे ऐसे ये है कि मैं अब G2 स्टार्ट हो रहा है ना वो कुरान पाक आप स्टार्ट करेंगे
जी इंशाल्लाह हम आप हमारे जो इंचार्ज है वो आपको मैसेजेस भी भेज देंगे कि नेक्स्ट कोर्स G2 में क्या होता है, उसमें कुरान पाक होता है, उसमें हम थोड़ा सा उसके ज़्यादा इन डेप्थ जाते हैं. ये तो कायदा है, ये तो बिगिनर्स कोर्स है, तो इंशाल्लाह G2 कोर्स इज द नेक्स्ट स्टेज फ्रॉम दिस कोर्स. या
मैं असली बस कंफ्यूज हूँ कि एक दफा फिर से इसको G1 पे स्टार्ट करवाऊँ या फिर G2 पे ले जाऊँ. मुझे इतना पढ़ना यह है अभी तो मतलब ठीक है पढ़ती है लेकिन एक होता है
हाँ नहीं वो फिर हम इंडिविजुअली हम आप UK कुरान क्लास पे जीमेल करके हमारे इंचार्ज से आप इंडिविजुअली स्टूडेंट्स का पूछ सकते हैं कि व्हाट इज द बेस्ट कोर्स फॉर देम. But in the G2 course, we will be starting with Quran, but we will still be going over all the rules as well. And we will be making sure that the students are pronouncing everything properly, everything that we've covered in this course as well. You know, it will be a revision as well. So it's not anything completely new. And we will be taking them to try and help them with their fluency, try and help them to say 2-3 words together. So that they build their confidence even more, and they will recognize, and we will use the Quran Majid in order to teach them in that course as well.
Okay, and from I want she have to read for individual. So from where I have to register?
Individual भी आप अगर आप WhatsApp parents group पे question पूछ लें या UK Quran class पे पूछ लें gmail.com तो वो आपको ज़्यादा head आपको ज़्यादा guide कर लेंगे वहाँ से.
Okay, आपका बहुत
Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your comment. Jazakumullah, Allah Hafiz. Assalamualaikum.
Next one is going to be G1061.
G1061. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking.
Yeah, I'll just I don't want to repeat all the beautiful comments, but yes, Jazakallah, it was very excellent and very good, nicely conducted. These are classes. From the day one, my daughter was like hooked onto this class.
Alhamdulillah, excellent.
when I just I wanted to make sure that she attends the class regularly, and I asked and I told her that okay, if you are gonna be really regular and you take the class really nicely, I'll give you an inam after every class. And she said, Mama, you don't have to do that. I like the G1 class.
Oh, that's lovely to hear, Jazakumullah. It's nice to hear when the students are enjoying the classes.
Yeah, they are enjoying. So she was really, she really enjoyed the class, and she will make an effort to attend the class for the full time. And she won't just skip anything. And she just started her Holy Quran, and she is doing really well. The fluency is not there, but yes, she knows, Alhamdulillah, all the rules. And sometimes she is telling me, okay, Mom, this is the right way of doing this. Because
that's good. Yeah.
This. So it is a very nice course, Alhamdulillah. I myself have attended G6 and G5, so
excellent.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the way you have been teaching all the children, so it was really very nice. Just one question I would like to know, that what was the strategy of calling the students on the mic, because sometimes she was getting her turn one day after, and sometimes she was called a week after, and sometimes so I didn't know when she would be called on the mic.
Was it just no, we don't have a random. Sometimes obviously, sometimes students are called twice in a row, sometimes they're not. It wasn't random. We have all the students on a mic list, and it's we tick off when the student has been listened to, when they have not been listened to. It's random in the sense that We don't know which day they're going to be listened to, but we try to make sure that all the students are heard within a week. Now, obviously, this isn't a one-to-one session. It is a group learning session. So as you heard, one of the previous parents said that her child was even correcting when he could listen to other students, he was correcting them. Oh, they've made that mistake. They've made that mistake. Because it is a group learning, and it's so that the children can hear how to correctly pronounce things. We try to, obviously, sometimes there are technical issues. Sometimes there are issues that, you know, if you don't have the staff, you might not be able to choose a different student every time. But we tried, it was our utmost effort to make sure that all the students were listened to equally. That's how we aim to. We have a proper list where we can choose students. But I do understand that it's sometimes frustrating for the students that they want to be listened to. Sometimes they feel somebody else is being listened to more. But as a teacher, it's our effort to try and listen to everybody. So that was the way that we were doing the mics, the way that we're allocating the mics, to try and make sure that each child is listened to in a week. And again, sometimes, you know, with technical issues, there's always the possibility that somebody is listened to more often than others, but it was our effort and our aim to make sure that everybody was listened to the same amount. That was for us.
She has really enjoyed the course.
And how is she finding the last week? This week we've been looking at Quran reading. How is she finding that? Is she enjoying that? Is she feeling that she understands the Quran reading?
Yeah, she is doing that, but as because she reads the Holy Quran with me as well, so I can feel that there is a little bit more fluency in her recitation, but it is not that fluent. But yes,
that takes time.
How to join the words and how to read like 3 or 4. Maximum 3 words these days. Maximum 3 words these all together. So yes, she has improved a little bit on that, but
obviously this is she's still young, and it takes a lot of time to be able to read, you know, full verse together. But I think that's such a good thing that her fluency is getting better, and inshallah it will keep getting better. That is our aim as well, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your comment there. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, I think we have time for another parent comment.
Okay, we are going to invite G1063.
Assalamu alaikum. G1063, assalamu alaikum.
Sorry, I can't unmute that number.
That's okay.
So I'll call. Next one is 1040. G1040.
G1040. No?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, the class is very fine. It's really helpful for my kid. Uski thodi poor hai focusing, and I was afraid कि maybe वो ज़्यादा interest ना ले, but it's fine. Just he has a issue about timing, because for 1 whole hour के लिए उसको focus करना पड़ता था, and it's a little bit hard for him.
Okay.
So, and the other thing is, it's very helpful if the homework will be shared in the parents group in PDF format.
Okay.
Just you did yesterday, just like you did yesterday. It's really helpful because I have no hard copy of the Talimul-Quran. So, and I can't find it online as well, just the videos, but not in any, you know, in PDF format.
Okay,
so
I will pass that information on to our in charge, that it would be more helpful if homework is shared in PDF form. Okay.
Yeah, so it will be helpful to practice, kids pe practice kar le from the device, and it's really helpful. Otherwise, it's really excellent class. It's
Alhamdulillah,
really
alhamdulillah.
helpful, and my kid really enjoy it.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Just out of curiosity, do you think that if we held sessions for parents on certain days to help teach the parents, do you think that would be helpful for teaching your children? Because obviously we're looking to improve, and when we can get the parents involved, then the students do better, because obviously there's more people helping them. So would parents be interested, and if not only yourself, if all parents, if they would be interested in having certain sessions which would, dedicated सिर्फ parents के लिए, उनको सिखाने के लिए कि हम ये करते, ऐसे करते हैं, ऐसे सिखाते हैं. Would you find that helpful, do you think?
Yeah, I think, because बहुत सारे points पे obviously daily 1 hour के लिए sometimes
नहीं, हाँ, बिल्कुल.
बच्चे के साथ बैठ के, so sometimes जो उसने learn किया rule वो मुझे properly वो नहीं पता होता था, so मुझे practice कराने में problem होती, and I'm not sure what he is saying it's correct or not. Yeah. So it's really helpful. Yeah, I think.
So maybe that's something we can look at in the future, that we could provide for parents as well. Jazakumullah, thank you so much. That's really, really good feedback. I will pass all of that on to our in charge. Jazakumullah to all the parents today for your feedback. For those of you that are still waiting patiently, I'm so sorry. We're coming to the end of our session, so I'm afraid I won't be able to speak to any more parents. We did have a few mic issues where we weren't able to unmute, but we would really appreciate, the team would really appreciate, G1 in charge, our in charge would very much appreciate any comments, any feedback that you have for any aspect of the course. If you could please email to ukquranclass@gmail.com or via the Parents WhatsApp group. This is a new scheme we've started this year, the Parents WhatsApp group, and I do feel that it's very, very helpful for parents to be able to have access to information, and it's good for them to be able to get in touch with our in charge as well. Please, any comments, just a couple of bullet points even, it really does help us to improve our teaching methods, and it helps us to learn. We need to know how we can help your children. We need to learn how to help the students further, how we can help support you further. So please, any comments, any advice you have for us, any feedback you have for us about, like for example, the duration of the course or the pace, if we're moving too fast or too slow, the content that we're giving, how interested the students are, how else we can communicate with you. All of these things, we're willing to adjust. So please do share your comments with our in charge, and inshallah we will aim to put them into practice for future courses as well. Jazakumullah to all the parents again. We are just going to go back quickly, and I'm just going to remind the students once more of the homework for today's lesson, and also a quick reminder about our concluding session. So please, our concluding session is Friday the 11th of December, next week Friday, and we need your recordings by Sunday the 6th of December at 9 p.m. That's this Sunday at 9 p.m. Send your recordings either via the email ukquranclass@gmail.com or the WhatsApp 07588182929. Again, Tilawat is Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas. If you want to do a hadith or malfuzat, then please send the translation of Surah Al-Fatiha or Surah Al-Ikhlas, and we will choose you for one of those. And also, if you want to take part in the nazm, it's Quran Sabse Acha, the first 8 couplets. Please send a recording of the nazm. Please, whenever you send your recording, make sure you have your student ID and the activity, whether it's tilawat, hadith, malfuzat, or nazm that you want to take part in. Okay, and quick reminder again of the homework, which is practicing exercise 22.10.10, page 93. If the word starts with a alif lam, the alif will carry a fatha. If the first mutaharik letter carries a dhamma on the blank alif, the alif will carry a dhamma. And for anything else, the alif will carry a kasra. Jazakumullah to everyone. If we could have one student, please, for our final prayer.
Okay, I will call G1041.
G1041, Assalamu alaikum. G1041, can you hear me? Okay, maybe somebody else.
Okay, maybe somebody else.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Is that G1041?
Yes.
Okay. If we can start with, if we can have Dawood and Tasmiyah, and then we will recite this dua. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Can I read by myself?
Yeah, but you need to say Dawood and Tasmiyah first, okay?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم. Oh Allah, have mercy on me to the great Quran, the great.
Excellent. Jazakumullah. Thank you. And thank you all the students and all the parents who participated today. Allah Hafiz. Inshallah, we will speak to you all again tomorrow. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.